Everything good?
Yes, sir.
Already. Let's get work done. Okay, so we gonna jump into that the Ahmaud Arbery case first. You want to start there? You said
Yeah, let's go ahead and touch on that a little bit.
already. Um, First we're gonna play this clip from last when the case first started. Um, just to give a brief review. Okay, well, let's see what they talking about. You can't hear out.
Arbery was shot and killed while he was out for a jog. Police say he was chased by two white men. It happened in February.
As of today, though, no one has been arrested, leading to protests this week on the street where he was shot and across America as well. Several prominent figures like Governor Kemp, presidential candidate Joe Biden, and Senator Elizabeth Warren, all asking for a full and transparent investigation. Tonight, the family's attorney says he anticipates an arrest. The Reveal investigator Faith Abube has the very latest.
And the GBI says it received a formal request late last night to take over this investigation. But today, the family's attorney tells me that's not enough. They want the federal government to launch an independent investigation into this case. And a warning, some of the video we used in this piece is disturbing.
On social media, the video is hard to escape. Ahmaud Arbery's family attorney presumes it's the 25-year-old's final moments.
What is seen depicted in that video is a crime. It's the crime of murder.
His mother, Wanda Cooper, can't bring herself to watch.
I don't think that I'll ever reach the mental capacity to ever watch the video. You know, I saw my son come in the world, and seeing him leave the world is not something that I want to see ever.
The video shows a car following Ahmaud while he's jogging down a street. You can see a pickup truck just ahead stopped in the middle of the road. And then Ahmaud and a man struggling just before he was shot at least 3 times with a shotgun. Police say 2 of the men involved in the incident are Greg and Travis McMichael, a former Glynn County police officer turned DA investigator, and his son. They say Ahmaud looked like a burglary suspect and they were making a citizen's arrest.
These men were vigilantes. They were a posse, and they were performing a lynching in the middle of the day. Some obscure, indistinct crime in the past in the community does not empower the entire community to hunt down black men.
The shooting happened on February 23rd, just 3 days before the anniversary of the Trayvon Martin killing in Florida in 2012. The Martin family attorney, Ben Crump, has now joined the Georgia case.
It's been 2.5 months since this tragedy took place. How long? How long will it take before the killers of Ahmaud Arbery are finally arrested and put behind bars?
On a Zoom call Wednesday morning, Ahmaud's family described him as an avid runner with a good spirit.
He was my baby boy that I actually had on Mother's Day of 1994. Ahmaud didn't deserve to go out the way he went out. He did not deserve that at all.
It just hurt me so deeply that his life has been cut off so short.
Almost 2 months after the incident, the Glynn County DA's office recused itself from this case and handed it over to the Liberty County DA, Tom Durden. He, in turn, last night asked the GBI to take over this case. The GBI says it initiated that case transfer this morning, Jeff.
Faith, what about the impending arrest the family attorney said would happen today?
So the GBI told me this morning that until they have the entire case file, the investigator on the case can continue making decisions in the interim. We reached out to the Liberty County DA's office. They haven't responded.
The video of the shooting is horrific. Has the family's attorney explained how they were able to get that?
He told me this morning that Ahmaud's coach, a former coach, sent it to him and that someone had posted it online anonymously. The GBI says it's aware there's a video related to the incident in the case file, but they haven't explained whether it's the same video that's being widely circulated on social media. They're investigating whether or not to release the video that's in the case file to the public.
All right.
Yeah, man, that's sad, man. That's real sad to watch, man. For real. And that mother, you could tell she was hurt, man. And so I want to first start out by saying rest in peace, Ahmaud. You know what I'm saying? You won't be forgotten. And as far as, that happening, that's terrible, man. You know what I'm saying? And you start to see a lot of these cases being keep continuing, you know what I'm saying? And so that was back then, okay. Back when the case first started. And so what happened? And so, man, it's real sad, man, though. But they said they was trying to make a citizen's arrest. Okay, so what in your mind possess you to think that you can just stop the first brother that you seen running down the street and say he stole something? Like, is that even your job? You know what I'm saying? To go and stop somebody while they running. You know what I'm saying? And we can understand that these things been happening. It's not nothing new. You know what I'm saying? We already know, the type of things that they do. When I say they, I say, the hateful, people who just, don't want to get with, this freedom. But that right there is sad, man. I just, can't believe that shit. But what you want to say, B, before we go into the verdict?
Yeah, today justice has been served, for the two fellas that did this crime, you know what I'm saying, to this black brother, or brother period, justice has been served, like it was going through different people, you know what I'm saying, to get this case solved. Like it took them some time. It took why did it have to take this long,
right,
to get this solved? Justice need to be served. And it's a shame, really, that it took this long, but we understand it's a process. But you know what I'm saying, the video has been surfacing. We're hearing rumors that the video, they was trying to figure out if the video was the same video, because somebody had posted it to social media. It went viral on social media, before, and I guess through the courts, they was trying to figure out if it was the same video related to the case. Like, come on, man. Like, you see what's going on. Like, why does it have to take this long? But good thing justice has been served,
Right. And you said, you made a good point, you know what I'm saying, when they, it took 2 months. I think you said it took 2 months in the video before there was a arrest involved, you know what I'm saying? And so it's taking too long for, because if that was us on the flip side, we would have been arrested that day, you know what I'm saying? Probably wouldn't even made it home, you know what I'm saying? So we got to look into who is these police chief, you know what I'm saying, and the people, you know what I'm saying, that's on the top, even in the police department the grand jury and the judges and all of that, and look into their background, because y'all not doing y'all job. You know what I'm saying? It's taking y'all too long to bring a arrest. And I think that's the I want to say the district attorney. You know what I'm saying? So who is the district attorney for that area? You know what I'm saying? And so we need to look into these things and see, why did it take that long? You know what I'm saying? And put it on the record, write them. Why did it take you that long? You should have been had that arrest. But like you said, justice has taken its course today, and that's the next
And
video.
these, like, before you go into the next video, Easy,
Yeah.
the one of the guys that was involved in it was a former, law enforcement. We wonder. It makes you wonder. What I'm saying, what's going on here? Why is this? You know what I'm saying? You got to be responsible for your actions, as even if you are a law enforcement. It always comes down to some type of law enforcement or official. So yeah, you got to take accountability for your actions. Like, I wondered, you kind of wonder there. It kind of gets you thinking. Yeah. Let's go to the video and see what the verdict did.
Yeah, you're right with that too. I don't know if he was retired or if he was still on.
I think he was retired.
Oh, he was retired. Yeah, but see, you know what I'm saying, this, like they said back in the day, some of these Klansmen turned in their hood and got a badge. You know what I'm saying? And so that is the things that we need to weed out. Also, we need to weed out, some of these police officers. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not gonna do your job right and stand by your oath, to protect the Constitution, then we need to get some more police in there. You know what I'm saying? Get them out. You know what I'm saying? So if this is the type of energy that is gonna bring to where you taking into your own hands, to go and try to make a citizen's arrest on on somebody who's not even doing nothing but jogging. You had no, what did he have? Like, was he running down the street with somebody TV, or you know what I'm saying? So right there we could tell that was a lie. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm pretty sure the jury seen that, and they tried to get away with another murder. But my hat off to Martin Luther King. You know what I'm saying? He said one day we would have justice. You know what I'm saying? And you starting to see a lot of things kind of working better in our favor today. You know what I'm saying? Than in the past. So let's get to the jury though, this verdict, and see what they said. Let me not talk too much. You want to get into it?
Yeah, let's go into it.
Already.
First verdict form I have is the state of Georgia versus Travis McMichael. Mr. McMichael, please stand. Verdict is as follows. In the Superior Court of Glenn County, state of Georgia, the state of Georgia versus Travis McMichael, case number CR 000433. Jury verdict form. Count 1, malice murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, Travis McMichael, guilty. I'm going to ask that whoever just made an outburst be removed from the court, please. As this court has indicated, I ask that there be no outbursts in the court, and I expect as much from the gallery. Please respect the court's desire for this as we move forward. If you feel like you need to make a comment or otherwise demonstrate with respect to the verdict, I do ask that you step out of the courtroom now. Count 2, felony murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, Travis McMichael, guilty. Count 3, felony murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, Travis McMichael, guilty. Count 4, felony murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, Travis McMichael, guilty. Count 5, felony murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, Travis McMichael, guilty. Count 6, aggravated assault. We, the jury, find the defendant, Travis McMichael, guilty. Count 7, aggravated assault. We, the jury, find the defendant, Travis McMichael, guilty. Count 8, false imprisonment. We, the jury, find the defendant, Travis McMichael, guilty. Count 9, criminal attempt to commit a felony. We, the jury, find the defendant, Travis McMichael, guilty. Dated this 24th day of November, 2021, signed by the foreperson. Have a seat. As to Gregory McMichael, in the Superior Court of Glenn County, the state of Georgia versus Greg McMichael, case number CR20000433. Jury verdict form. Count 1, malice murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, Greg McMichael, not guilty. Count 2, felony murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, Greg McMichael, guilty. Count 3, felony murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, Greg McMichael, guilty. Count 4, felony murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, Greg McMichael, guilty. Count 5, felony murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, Greg McMichael, guilty. Count 6, aggravated assault. We, the jury, find the defendant, Greg McMichael, guilty. Count 7, aggravated assault. We, the jury, find the defendant, Greg McMichael, guilty. Count 8, false imprisonment. We, the jury, find the defendant, Greg McMichael, guilty. Count 9, criminal attempt to commit a felony. We, the jury, find the defendant, Greg McMichael, guilty. This 24th day of November, 2021, signed by the foreperson. As to William R. Bryan, in the Superior Court of Glenn County, state of Georgia versus William R. Bryan, case number CR20000433. Jury verdict form. Count 1, malice murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, William R. Bryan, not guilty. Count 2, felony murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, William R. Bryan, not guilty. Count 3, felony murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, William R. Bryan, guilty. Count 4, felony murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, William R. Bryan, guilty. Count 5, felony murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, William R. Bryan, guilty. Count 6, aggravated assault. We, the jury, find the defendant, William R. Bryan, not guilty. Count 7, aggravated assault. We, the jury, find the defendant, William R. Bryan, guilty. Count 8, false imprisonment. We, the jury, find the defendant, William R. Bryan, guilty. Count 9, criminal attempt to commit a felony. We, the jury, find the defendant, William R. Bryan, guilty. Signed this 24th day of November by the foreperson. Go ahead and see. Court having read the verdicts and accepted the verdicts, anything from the state?
No, Your Honor, nothing from the state.
Anything from the defense?
We ask the jury be polled, Your Honor.
All defendants ask the jury be polled?
Was guilty.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask each of you individually a set of 2 questions with respect to the verdicts that I have just read.
All right, we're going to pause right there. We ain't going to go through the whole thing. But yeah, you see that boy got guilty. Guilty. Y'all guilty, and y'all knew y'all was guilty, and you wrong. And now you got to do your time for it. You know what I'm saying? Don't get the crime. We don't want to see y'all no sad tears because you wasn't crying. Probably ain't even say Um, sorry for the man death. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna speak on it.
Outrage tonight over the death of a man.
Yeah, so excuse me. I'm not gonna speak on it, you know what I'm saying? But all I can say is that we waiting for that sentencing, you know what I'm saying? Because I want to see how much time they gonna give him, you know what I'm saying? But this is one small step towards justice, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like they did their job today, you know what I'm saying? And so, I can't complain about that, you know what I'm saying? Only thing I can say is that we got to take this, if the sentencing do come out, correct and exact, we got to take this and start doing a little better, you know what I'm saying, and take this and use it as a stepping stone towards where we trying to get to as far as our people, you know what I'm saying, being brought back to the fold, you know what I'm saying, being brought back into the human family, you know what I'm saying, and we got to start acting accordingly, you know what I'm saying. So this is a good step for us, you know what I'm saying, and so we can take this and use this motivation and this energy and don't just stop there, you know what I'm saying. Like I said earlier, let's go and use this momentum to go after that DA, you know what I'm saying, that district attorney, and yeah, we ain't gonna stop there. We're gonna start cleaning the system out so it worked better for us. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'll take that, So that's my
and like you can see how angry he was on his face. Like you could see like how much of a like how crazy this man is. Like you can see the anger on his face when they just read guilty, 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 guilty. Like this is in their DNA. Like that you can see the hate in his face. Like it's just sad. Like you can see the hate in his face when they was read guilty, guilty, guilty. This is just in their DNA. It's crazy. It took this long, for it to get solved. Like, and justice has been served tonight.
Yeah, and they took some places is really trying to get this thing right, and then you got some places that's stuck in that slave mentality. Because I think this was somewhere over there where we used to stay in Georgia over there. I think that was don't quote me on it. I think it was somewhere out there by Cobb County. And you remember how racist that was. In some places, like when we moved to Smyrna was Smyrna was okay, I guess. But over there where Marietta and Kennesaw Ackworth was, boy, them over there by Stone Mountain, it get kind of racist out there in the Confederate, you know what I'm saying, in Confederate areas, you know what I'm saying. So
and throughout the whole protesting, he's one of the faces you'll see, on the protest. If you make a shirt for all the victims with these same incidents, he's one of the faces you'll see on there. You'll see his face constantly, and justice has been served today. And they said they was trying to catch him because they thought he was doing something wrong, you know what I'm saying? Like a cop. Yeah, right. Like a stealer. Like a cop. Right. Like he was still on cop, like he's still doing his duties, Yeah. And he tried to use that as an excuse, Just like when they shoot us and any others, they'd be like, "Oh, it was an accident." We didn't know what they would do. We scared. It was an accident. How many times is this gonna happen for it to be an accident? An accident. An accident is, you know, it happens once every few times. But when this is constantly happening, not saying he said it was accident, but you know, we know a lot of officers that says it's an accident. Oh, we shoot him. Oh, it was an accident. It was by mistake.
Yeah.
So how many mistakes is it gonna be before you see all these faces on the t-shirt? How many faces that we got to put on the t-shirt, on the news, light candles for, and you still say it's an accident? Like, how many accidents is gonna happen? That's where my frustration grow with it. How many accidents is gonna happen?
Yeah.
Before we say that you're not taking responsibility for your actions.
Right. Well, we got
like
one.
Amber Geiger. I think she's one officer that really got tapped on the hand. You know, 10 years.
Yeah.
It's an accident. You know, that's what they all saying. It's an accident. Yeah. So she really got tapped. She got a light. And her case came up too recently. And we'll get into that later. Amber Geiger's case, well, she wanted, it was something where she wanted to appeal. And her appeals are getting denied. Amber Geiger. Her case came up recently too. So that's another subject for another day too. Yeah, Amber Geiger. Yeah, this can't be accident. Oh, oops, accident.
Yeah, you're
because
right.
As soon as you know, it's a lot of us getting arrested for gun violence, for killing each other. But if you go to First 48 and you tell the detectives, "Oh, it was an accident," they gonna be like, "We hear this all the time."
Man,
we always hear this. Oh, it was an accident. But when it's a police officer says it's an accident, it seems like it takes long to get looked at, or it seemed like after the first 48, after they even talk, they handcuffed.
Man.
And they gone.
Yeah.
But when the police get to wait around for, you know, to figure out, to bring them to justice, it takes this long. But on the first 48, when the brother said, "Oh, I pulled the trigger by accident, I didn't mean to kill him," you quit. Oh, it's over with. We hear that all the time. But why with the law enforcement? Why can't we just? How many times you gonna say it's an accident?
Right. It's a broken system, man. Broken system. Why he eating ice cream? You know what I'm saying? But you know, back in the day, you know, we really wasn't getting no time, so we can't say it's a small step. You know what I'm saying? We getting a small step towards justice with this case, and I really want to see what's gonna happen with Tatiana. You know what I'm saying? And see what happened with that case in Fort Worth. Old girl who was sitting, who was in the coming to the back door, and she was playing the Xbox, and the police came from the back.
I remember that one.
Shot her through the window. Yeah. So, you know, if you know, once we see what happened with that case, then and with this sentencing, it's gonna really determine, you know, if our liberties is really being restored. You know what I'm saying? This but I can say, you know, back in the day, boy, they was getting whooped. You know what I'm saying? They was getting beat. You know what I'm saying? So I think they will be, you know, glad to see in this day and time, you know, some type of step towards justice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we getting close. Yeah, things that change.
Yeah.
You can't just have us do anything that you want us to do. You know what I'm saying? A lot of jobs. We got the same jobs as y'all out here. We're in the same position as y'all. We got the same positions. We got doctors. We got lawyers too. We got people that's doing important things too. So times has certainly changed, you know, and we getting that step closer and step closer And the new way to do it, the new way to take you out, the new way to enslave you is through law enforcement. When the old-fashioned way, we'll just make you pick cotton or do this. You work hard, you know what I'm saying, scrub floors. But now the new day is we're gonna find a way where we can disguise it, and that's through law enforcement.
Right. Trading a sheet for a badge.
And it's just sickening, you know,
Man.
that we have to go backwards.
Yeah. It's not it's not that it's not as simple as it sounds, you know what I'm saying?
But that's a good start. Justice has been served because it took a lot of people. It went through a lot of people before somebody really wanted to take it on. Like it went through different government officials before, you know, the case was taken on. You know, it went through a lot before somebody actually took on this case, to bring them to justice. That's what was aggravating me, looking at the situation. Why did it have to go through so many? You know, they didn't even. It seemed to me that they was trying to throw it under the bus like they do other cases, but no, it's got in the right hands, and you know the video is very disturbing.
Yeah,
and you can't just say the different race. Not all the different race. You know what I'm saying? Not all the different race is on that. You know, not all of the different races on that. The other race, they're not all of them is on that. You know, you got a lot of them that they know right from wrong, and then if you see something as disturbing as that, then you just can't. It's hard to turn the other cheek when you see that. That's really disturbing. Like,
real
justice has to be served. Like, you got people that's with the race that looks at that like that's really disturbing. It's hard for me to.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to turn the other cheek on that.
Man. And they know that too. They know we you know, they know that some things get tore up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, it's sad that it had to come to that, you know, before we, you know, started getting our rights, you know, like we were supposed to in the beginning, you know. But you know, it's happening for us. I see it, you know what I'm saying? So we gotta keep that wheel going, man. Like you said, go and let's go down to these city council meetings, you know what I'm saying, and go talk to these district attorneys. Not even talk to them, but you know, see if check their record, check their background. Hey, if you ain't right, we need to get y'all up out of there. You know what I'm saying?
And see
a lot of people paying taxes, and you know this. We paying for this, you know what I'm saying? So I'm your boss, you know what I'm saying? So you gonna do the job correctly as I need you to do, or you fine. Yeah, what you saying?
No, I don't mean to cut you off, but the thing that I hate, the protesting and stuff, you know what I'm saying? That gets us to where we at. That can help out, but the thing I dislike about the protests is after we protest, we go back to, well, not all of them that protest. We protested for us, but then we doing this stuff to each other.
Yeah.
Like we was touching on the last show with the young dog. We doing all this protesting for this. You know, you ever heard of the boy cry, what he cried wolf? You know what I'm saying? We crying out.
Yeah.
And then we go do this crazy stuff to each other.
Yeah, yeah.
So all the protesting and stuff is kind of a waste because we out here doing this to each other.
Yeah.
We out here protesting, but we turn around and do the same stuff to each other.
Man.
And that's what bothers me about protesting.
Yeah.
But not all of them do it, but us as, you know, representing us, and then we go back and then we doing this stuff to each other, man.
Right, right. You're right, man. 'Cause we gotta hold everybody accountable. You know what I'm saying, for justice to take its course. Um, but I can say that the protesting does bring the attention to the situation. But it,
Right.
like you said, it needs something more than us just protesting. You know what I'm saying? We got to get active in our governments. You know what I'm saying, to really get change. You know what I'm saying? Because it's only so much that these people, these politicians can do. At the end of the day, it's ultimately up to the people. You know what I'm saying? So we got to go and get active, get involved in our city councils and get involved in government. You know what I'm saying? Um, so we can change things. You know what I'm saying? Get laws changed and stuff like that. But yeah, you're right, man. It's sad, sad deal. But you know what? We gonna keep going. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep taking this energy. You know what I'm saying? And so once you learn the laws of attraction, we're gonna take this good energy and we're gonna keep attracting good energy. To this situation, and hopefully, once people see that we not really savages like they trying to portray us to be. They trying to make us out to all be, savages and like we ain't just doing nothing. Great. You know what I'm saying? Once we clean that image out, you know what I'm saying, then we can build, you know what I'm saying, and become once where we was, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, as we come into the humanity, you know what I'm saying? Humanity starts to see, oh, these people are not that bad, you know what I'm saying? And maybe it wasn't, them the whole time, you know what I'm saying? And so we take this energy and just use that to send a good message out to humanity. Like, okay, y'all gave us justice today. All right, well, we're gonna calm down. We're gonna try to be good citizens. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we'll see where it goes. If stuff get back rough, you know, hey, I can't tell you what my people will do. Because they getting tired. We're getting tired. You know what I'm saying? So this is a good step. So I would say, you know, let us not be hypocrites like you were saying, and let us try to take this energy and this good energy and use it, to keep going and keep, getting our rights, getting our liberties. And they say liberty and justice for all. Okay, so y'all working with us a little bit. Y'all giving a little bit, and as y'all keep holding justice up, then we gonna keep weeding out the bad seeds and weeding out getting all the bad fruit out, and we can see if we can make this tree fruitful. You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at it, I don't want to talk too much, but if you look into the dark ages, right, the Renaissance period, right, you had us come through the Moors, and we came and saved civilization. So they look up to us, you know what I'm saying, as far as we the mothers and fathers of civilization. So, once we start acting accordingly, then the house will get back in order. Right now, the parents of the house is asleep. You know what I'm saying? We sleep, the mothers and fathers. So once we wake up and we get our house back in order, the rest of the nations will follow. You know what I'm saying? They waiting on us. So let's take this, this stepstone in this journey today, and let's keep that pushing, towards the future with some good energy, and hopefully we can get this thing back right and be, one of the greatest civilizations um, to ever live with the amount of resources we got at this time. You know what I'm
And to
saying?
prove and to if we want to prove a point for ourselves, if we want to defend ourselves, can't
Yeah.
be out here doing this dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying? Or if you getting pulled over by a cop, you know what I'm saying, you saying stupid shit, you know what I'm saying, that provoke the cop, you know what I'm saying, to want to get aggressive. You got to be really innocent. You got to be a really innocent, and they just fucking with you, and for no type of reason. You ain't doing nothing wrong, but you cannot be doing stuff to provoke them. You know, some shit that you know you're supposed to be doing right to provoke them to do. You know what I'm saying, to get more aggressive. Now, if you're doing it like that, then you're doing it wrong.
All right.
But what we trying to fight for, for people that's really, really innocent, like that's not, you know what I'm saying, doing anything. Like he wasn't really doing nothing like out of the ordinary. But if you doing stupid shit to provoke the cops to get more aggressive, then you kind of fucking up the argument for us, you know?
Yeah.
You got to be out here really, really. It's got to be something that you're doing that you're not doing, and they wanting to get after you for nothing. It's got to be something like that. But if you provoking them, if you're just doing stupid shit, just that that you shouldn't be doing, and that makes them get aggressive, then that's kind of messing up the point out here.
Right. I agree with you, man, because
we trying to fight. We trying to fight for something. We trying to show them that it's a lot of us out here that's really, really innocent. That it's these small hick towns, you know what I'm saying, that don't make they might not make the news that much, or they you might not see daylight in these small hick towns. That's real, like in Minnesota, this shit is going on for real. And if you out here just provoking it, you know what I'm saying, egging them on to you doing stupid shit for them to pull you out the car, then that's not that. I just want to say that's not helping us with this fight.
Yeah.
This is for innocent people that's not doing anything, that's getting dragged out of cars and shot, you know?
Yeah.
We can't just be we can't just be starting shit with them and then just turning on the camera. Oh, look what they doing to me. And you doing stupid shit. No, we're not doing that.
Right.
That shouldn't. No, it's got to be in it. You got to be innocent. You can't be doing nothing wrong. And you know what I'm saying. You talking to them completely right. Because when I get pulled over, I make sure I'm completely right when I'm talking to them, so I can know for sure that they fucking with me. You know, I'm gonna be completely right. I'm gonna be respectful and everything on my part. You know, I'm gonna play it cool so I can know for sure. Now, if I'm playing it cool and you getting too aggressive with me and I'm still playing the nice guy, then I know something is wrong.
Yeah.
But if you're doing stupid shit and turning on the camera and provoking them to do, you know what I'm saying, then that's when you're wrong.
Yeah. Nah,
we trying to get an argument. We trying to, you know what I'm saying, our argument. We trying to get that fault. Trying to make a point. And that's going in the right direction with the with justice being served for that young man.
Yeah. No, I totally agree with you on that point that you made. Yeah. Sometimes we do get too aggressive, too quick, you know what I'm saying? But you got to understand too, a lot of us don't know what to do in those situations, you know what I'm saying? And so first we really, I like to look at things like, okay, what, that is a problem, you know what I'm saying? But the solution to that problem, we got to learn the law, you know what I'm saying? So when they come up, in these situations, when these wrongful situations happen, the thing, once we know the law, then the thing to put on the table is the law, you know what I'm saying? And so all police, they take an oath. You know what I'm saying, to uphold that Constitution. So instead of me getting aggressive and getting mad, like, what the fuck you pull me over for, man? What the, you know what I'm saying? Or just why you getting overly aggressive? First thing I'm gonna do is ask you, did you take an oath? You know what I'm saying? Did you take an oath? What's your name and your badge number, first of all? And your car number. I need your car number too. You know what I'm saying? And then then we're gonna go into the Constitution. You know what I'm saying? Did you take an oath? You know what I'm saying? And most of them, when they got their badge, before they got their badge, they took an oath, put their hand up in their right hand, and they swear and they say, I swear to uphold the Constitution. Well, if you swear to uphold the Constitution, then let's look into what the Constitution say. You know what I'm saying? So that stops them from being so aggressive. Some of them, I'm not gonna say all of them, because you do got the case of I forgot that young brother name. I think Fernan, but the dude in Louisiana, he told him to get his driver's license, and his baby was in the back, I think, and his baby mama was sitting right there driving, and he told him to get his driver's license. He reached for his driver's license. Cop got scared and shot him. You know what I'm saying? So even sometimes when you are doing the right thing, they still kind of, we know what it is. You know what I'm saying? And so
now them reaching, you know what I'm saying? That's the police fault. You tell this, you done gave this man an order, and now when he gets to reaching to get his license, you gonna shoot him? And you told him to get the license. That's what pisses me off about that situation. You told him to get his license. Now when he reaches, you want to shoot him? Come on now, that's not no accident. You should have better training than that. I mean, you should have better training. That's what you train for in a police academy, for these type of situations.
Yeah.
You got more training than people that's got guns in the streets.
Yeah.
It's a lot of us that don't even know how to really use guns. But you got the most training with the weapon. But you scared of the weapon? And you the most trained.
For real, man. For real.
That's why a lot of casualties is happening, where innocent bystanders is getting hit in our neighborhoods, because most of us don't have the training with the weapon. But you got the training with the weapon.
Man.
But you so scared.
They fear us. That's what it is. That's what I think.
But you most trained. You are the most trained.
Mm-hmm.
How is the military scared of the look at it like this? You a military, you a soldier in the military, and you scared of a civilian. Why? And you the most trained.
Right.
Now we can get into another story when they going to Iraq and stuff, where they got civilians as suicide bombers and stuff. That's a different story. But we talking about over here in the States where that don't go on.
Right.
You're more trained than a civilian.
Man. It's crazy.
So what why are you scared of a civilian that's a regular civilian?
Man. And two, like I was saying earlier, even with that situation when he asked him to get his license, like you said, they fear us, you know what I'm saying? So that's why they lack of training. It ain't the lack of training, it's that they fear us. So when you reaching for your license, and I tell you, you know what I'm saying, and once I'm reaching for my license, I'm gonna be asking you, okay, sir, what is your probable cause for stopping me? You know what I'm saying? And there's a due process, right? So, what is your probable cause, and do you have a warrant? You know what I'm saying, for stopping me? You know what I'm saying? And so if we ask them things like that, what it does to their psychology is it calms them down. You know what I'm saying? And also, while we on camera, I'm doing the lawful things as a lawful citizen, you know what I'm saying? And so now you can't put me in the guilty seat like I did something wrong. You know what I'm saying? And so at the same time, it calms you down too in the same manner. So, I feel like it's best that we kind of learn that law. You know what I'm saying too. Um, Give me 1 second.
Yeah, man, we just gotta learn the laws and use the laws right. And you know what I'm saying? Don't be like the boy that cried wolf, you know, and when you actually need help, then you can't get it. You can't get justice because you're not doing the right things. It's good to learn the law and know what you're talking about when you get pulled over. You see some people, you know what I'm saying, quick to turn on that camera, but you got to know what you're talking about before, you know, as soon as you draw on that camera, that's, you know what I'm saying, that goes to court. You know what I'm saying? You got to know what you're talking about. You got to know what you're doing. When you just getting pulled over for a routine traffic stop, you got to know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? If you feel that you got, you know what I'm saying, if it wasn't right that you got pulled over or it's not right for them to do this and that, you got to know what you're talking about too. You know what I'm saying? But do not take your eye off of them, you know, because there are officers that's out there doing reckless things, and you do got to watch out. You watch your back at the same time. There is officers doing reckless things,
and we got to start holding them accountable. You know what I'm saying? And they boss accountable, and they boss accountable. You know, the police chief, the district attorney. You know what I'm saying? If you go in most cities, you know, I ain't gonna get too deep into law because you know we do law classes on Sunday, not classes, but you know, just enlightening people on their rights and stuff. Um, you know, so if you look into it, you know, if you look into every city's charter, at the top of the charter, at the top of the city council is the people, right? Oh, even over the mayor. So once we know that, hey, y'all chill out.
Yeah, you gotta hold it. That goes back to vote.
Hold on, B. But once we know that, you know what I'm saying, that the people is the power to the people, you know what I'm saying, then we can get back and get back in the authority seat. You know what I'm saying? So when these type of situations do occur, we know who's boss, right? Because if you look in that charter, man, that charter tell it all. The people is on top. We just don't know we on top. When we get stopped, we automatically think that, they got, you know, the authority, which some of them will try to act like that too. But at the same time, you know, if you hold them accountable to that oath that they took and put their hand up to, you know what I'm saying, then I would say we got a better chance when we come in encounter with these some of these crooks. But yeah, man. It's a good day in America today, you know what I'm saying, with them finding that man, them 3 men guilty. Um and you know, we're gonna see what happens in the sentencing. And you know, hopefully we can continue on with this and you know, get this thing back right. If it ever was, get it really right. You know what I'm saying? And maybe we can live like we did in some of these earlier civilizations where, you know, everything was peaceful. You know what I'm saying? Which, you know, it's gonna take some time, but um, if you look in those eras, you'll see that a lot of those creative things that was did and done, you know what I'm saying, happened in the time of peace, right? So, you know, power to the people. Let's get our liberties back right. Let's get our rights back right, and you know, get this thing going. It's time to heal.
Time to
Okay,
heal.
it's time to heal. You know what I'm saying? So, we're gonna keep waking the people up, man. We're gonna keep waking the people up. Kind of like John the Baptist, man. We're gonna come through what they call it, baptized. You know what I'm saying? Purifying, getting all the unnecessary things out, so we can come and fill back up in with love. You know what I'm saying? And get this thing back right. You know what I'm saying? It's time to heal. And we're gonna keep getting work done.
Definitely time to heal.
Right.
Really. What's up with we was gonna go into the Kyrie Irving situation, man, with the vaccine, man. It's vaccine situations out there. I got an issue. My issue is on the vaccine is that you
want to look at the video first?
Yeah, let's go into that. Let's go into what Kyrie. This happened like a month ago with Kyrie. But this we're talking about the vaccine. You know, people are mandated. It's a you know what I'm saying, that have to get the vaccine for work. Yeah.
So the NBA
let's look into what Kyrie Irving's views is. You know.
So the NBA mandated the vaccine for all players.
Well, it's for certain cities.
Oh, okay.
Like if you're in New York, definitely. If you're in the city of New York, you have to get the vaccine to play in the arenas. You know, but Kyrie Irving's his view wasn't just on that. It was just on people out here with jobs, you know, that have to get the vaccine to go to their jobs, to go back to work, to go to work. Right. It's a lot of jobs out here that you have to have a vaccine to even go to work. And that was he was kind of fighting for the people as a whole too. You know, I'm standing his ground on that. Like what you put in your body is at first I was like, man, Kyrie, you just you got a team over here. Y'all look like I can win a championship. I'm a sports fan. So I was like, it looked like you could win a championship, Kyrie, with your team. They done trade you. They done trade it for you, and you done got other players. And I'm like, why? You know what I'm saying? Why you don't get the vaccine? Because I had to think about it. Any man, you know what I'm saying? We don't want to put anything into our bodies. You can be skeptical of what you put in your body. Like, you don't want to put anything in your body that you don't know about.
Right.
And it's okay to have worries about that. So I had to think about that. And let's go in the video and touch in on what Kyrie Irving was talking about.
Yeah, let's see what he's saying.
And you got to kind of skip through it because it here he skips a little bit.
Peace, people. Peace.
He skipped. What you mean?
Right here, like he skipped through it a little bit.
Oh, okay.
You got to kind of fast forward through it because he skips. It's on his Instagram. It's from his Instagram. This is from Kyrie's Instagram, you guys.
Okay.
This is where he was discussing his stance from his Instagram.
Yeah. Well, let's see what he's talking about.
I'm solid over here. I'm staying solid over here, standing strong.
And this is where he pauses through his Instagram a little bit. I guess the signal in his Instagram, you got to kind of fast forward a little bit.
So, you know.
And probably got to keep going through. He kind of pauses.
And keep doing it through the video?
A little bit more. He kind of his Instagram.
Feel is best for themselves. Wrote a lot.
Through the whole video?
No, right here.
You know, spelling, you know, what's being. I know I can use my platform to spread positivity and spread light on the things that matter to me, you know, and I just care about our world a lot. And if I'm going to be demonized for that, at least let me go out on my own accord. You know, first things first, this isn't about me, and it's not about me dispelling, you know, what's being said about me particularly or for anybody. It's just saying, you know, I'm standing with all those that, you know, believe in what's right and are doing what's right for themselves. You know, everybody has a personal choice with their lives. You know, everybody has a right to feel a certain type of way. Everybody's entitled to their own opinions. everybody's entitled to do what they feel is best for themselves, you know, and putting me as a hero or painting me as a villain, sort of say, or going against the vaccine mandates, like that wasn't my intent at all. And to be sitting in this seat here and seeing, you know, the way that this is dividing our world up, you know, being vaccinated or being unvaccinated, you know, it's just sad to see. It's creating a lot of division, a lot of confusion. You know, a lot of people saying things that are untrue. We're not giving space for each other to speak. You know, you got doctors out here working hard, physicians out here working hard, and everybody's trying to do what's best for them and their families, which I respect. And I'm always going to put that first. You know, everybody out there, it's not, you know, listening to me or making this about me or painting this picture like, yo, I'm the voice of reason, so you should do this. Nah. Like, it's just about staying real and staying true to who you are and making the choice for you what's best. You know, everybody has their own family. Everybody has their own tribe. You know, everybody has their own issues or traumas that they're dealing with, trying to heal from. And I'm just trying to support as best I can. You know, I'm a hooper. You know, I've been a hooper since I was, you know, then there 4 years old. And, you know, coming into the NBA, I just had a dream to play ball at a high level. You know, I didn't anticipate all of this coming with it. But if I am going to be responsible for my own life, then I got to speak on things that truly matter to me. You know, I had to stop running away from using my voice and using my platform to, you know, speak on what's true and what's mine. You know, nobody's going to hijack my voice. Nobody's going to take the power away from me that I have for speaking on these things, you know, and don't believe that I'm retiring. Don't believe that, you know, I'm going to give up this game for a vaccine mandate or staying unvaccinated. Don't believe any of that shit, man. Like really be aware of what's being said before I even get a chance to be on the podium and speak for myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these people saying all these things about what's going on with me, and it's just not true. Pay attention to what's going on out in the real world. You know, people are losing their jobs to these mandates. People are having to make choices with their own lives, which I respect. You know, and I don't want to sit here and play on people's emotions either. Just use logic. You know, what would you do? You know, if you felt uncomfortable going into the season when you were promised that you would have exemptions or that you didn't have to be forced to get the vaccine. You know, this wasn't an issue before the season started. This wasn't something that I foresaw coming, where I prepared for it. And, you know, I had a chance to strategize on what was going to be best for me and my family. I came into the season thinking that I was just going to be able to play ball, you know, be able to use my talent to continue to, you know, inspire, influence people in the right way. You know, like putting this on me is just like, why are you putting it on me? You know, like this is not part of, you know, what's going on in conversations with scientists, physicians, and doctors. I'm just a hooper, right? Like I'm just a person who's being utilized as an example. For some odd reason, you know, people love to have my name in the mix of just some BS. Like, just hearing the way people speak you know, with so much conviction about what I should be doing in my life and what, you know, my teammates should be feeling about me, what the organization be feeling about me. And to be honest with you, if you really know me, I mean, and you see what I do out there, I put in a lot of time into my craft. You know, I'm not sitting here to give y'all information, give y'all a whole bunch of, you know, my wisdom beyond my years and knowledge. Nah, I'm just here to stay real. I'm always going to stay true to me, and that's me. You know, this is my life. I get to do whatever I want with this. This is one body that I get here, one God body that I get here. And you telling me what to do with my body, and it has nothing to do with the organization. I'm going to put that out there. It has nothing to do with the Nets. It has nothing to do with my teammates. This has everything to do with what's going on in our world. And I'm being grouped in to something that's bigger than just the game of basketball. And, you know, you got that fandom, you know, which is like a religion to people out here. Basketball is like a religion. Entertainment is like a religion to people. They like get so caught up emotionally. It's just like, yo, effing get vaccinated or just leave. You know, we angry at what you're doing, man. And it's just like, nah, that's like, what are you talking about? I'm a human being. I have emotions. I have feelings. I have thoughts. things that I keep to myself, things that I share. But I'm staying grounded in what I believe in. It's just as simple as that. It's not about being anti-vax or about being, on one side or the other. Like, it's just really about being true to what feels good for me. I'm still uncertain about a lot of things, and that's okay. If I'm going to be demonized for having more questions and taking my time to make a decision with my life, then that's just what it is. That's something I got to sit in. I know the consequences of the decisions I make with my life. I'm not here to sugarcoat any of that. But if we really going to be real, like, it's crazy times we're in. It's crazy times. Like, how many people are really thinking with a balanced view? How many people are really thinking about the future of what's going on? It's crazy times we're in. We just came out of one of the craziest pandemics of all time, and you telling me to think rationally. How many people are really thinking rationally? I'm not the focus here. I got on here to really show that, like, I'm real enough to stand up when I feel like I'm being put in a effed up position. Like, I'm not even that. I haven't hurt anybody. I haven't committed a crime. I'm not out here acting dumb, stupid. I'm out here taking care of my family, my kids. I'm out here putting on for the youngins. I'm out here trying to create a legacy that lasts a lifetime, like multiple lifetimes. And if I'm being called out on what I'm doing with my life, and I'm just living righteously, and I'm living for me, and I'm living for the people that love me and support me, how is it that I have to be, at odds with everybody, or people are coming at me? Like, I had to really sit back and think about this and meditate and pray and ask God for the words to come on here, because, like, this is not normal. You know what I mean? Like, this is not normal. What's going on? This is not normal. And I'm not going to get too emotional here either. I'm just thinking with my logic. I'm just thinking for all those that are dealing with similar things that I'm dealing with. You got to put your livelihood on the line in order for a mandate that you don't necessarily agree with all the way. Like, nobody should be forced to do anything with their bodies. Nobody should be forced to do anything with their bodies. Like, you don't.
Hey, B, how long is it? How long? You know how long the video is? And is it some key points that we missing? If we pause and then go into it right here.
Kyrie Irving's views on it,
Yeah. How long is the video?
It's probably he probably go in there a little more detailed, but we're just trying to give a view. We could close it out, and man.
I want to talk about it because and we can see what else he got to say if we got enough time. But
let's
Kyrie Irving, man, he's correct and exact. You know what I'm saying? Because you shouldn't be forced. You shouldn't have to be forced to put something in your body that even really the scientists don't even, you know what I'm saying? They don't even understand what it is correctly. You know what I'm saying? They really still experimenting. You know what I'm saying? So you shouldn't have to be forced to put nothing in your body that you really don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because everything has a side effect, and first of all, the government or whoever it is that's mandating this don't really have that type of power. You know what I'm saying? That's not what governments are for. You know what I'm saying? The government is only there for the protection of your rights, not to sit up there and tell you what you can and can't do with your body. You know what I'm saying? They stepping way out of their line with that, I believe. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to say don't get it. I'm not going to say go get it. You know what I'm saying? But what I am going to tell you is that you better do your research. You know what I'm saying? And whether you want to get it or not, you know what I'm saying, that shouldn't affect me. You know what I'm saying? I should be able to make my own decision on my own. You know what I'm saying? Because that's really, that's what we guaranteed as people, right? Can nobody tell me, what I should do for my body? Nobody knows my body better than I do, besides the Most High. You know what I'm saying? So, how you gonna tell me what to put in my body? You know, but what do you think about it?
Yeah, we should widen. You should widen it. You know what I'm saying? To a variety. You widen it on that. What I think about it, what I think about the situation is, you got scientists that's human beings. They're human beings just like us. They make mistakes. You know, I heard somebody say, "Man, just let scientists do their thing and just stay out the way." But when it comes to life, you know what I'm saying, reality, you can have worries of it's been family members that I had or we had that still is sick, and that did get the vaccine.
Yeah,
You still got to put a question mark on science, because we're in it's an experiment. When you're dealing with scientists, they're experimenting. It takes time, and sometimes they might not get it right off the bat, trying to experiment to see what works. We all just scrambling, trying to figure it out. They're just like, they're human beings like us. But they got degrees and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They're very smart people, but even the smart, even a lot of smart people make mistakes. They make mistakes, and like, it's a lot of medicines out there. Like, we know this years and years. Yeah, they good. They do this for you. We want you to go after you get out the hospital. It treats this, it treats that, but they have side effects, and depending on your body, you might not know what you might not know what that side effect could do to you. That side effect can cause for worse conditions.
right.
You might have the side effects that make things worse to your health, and that's something to look at. You have the right to be worried. Not saying we're pro vaccine, but I mean, if you got something that's certified, that's gonna help, then that's a good thing. But when we all guessing, like scientists, they're really experimenting. That's guessing, trying to figure it out, guessing.
Practitioners, they call themselves practitioners. They practicing.
Practice it. You still trying to figure it out. Everybody's scrambling to figure it out as the world, and yeah, you got, when it's like anything man-made, like a roller coaster. I'm gonna give this example, like a roller coaster. Yeah, it's got thrills and everything. They got seat belts. They got, they got all this. They, what I'm saying, they lock you in good. They make sure you locked in. But how many stories we got of the roller coasters malfunctioning and killing people? They've been tested and everything. We're gonna make sure they right before we open the ride. But it's just like that. That roller coaster was man-made, and us as people, we make mistakes, man.
All right. Now, I shouldn't be held. I shouldn't be accountable for your mistake. But the
And
thing about
a
it is,
lot of them people that build the roller coasters and stuff, they're smart people. Yeah, don't get me wrong, they're real smart people. They can build a roller coaster. They can build a roller coaster. You ride a roller coaster for the thrills. They real smart at how they put it together, but it's not saying that it's not gonna malfunction ever. It's gonna be times where that roller coaster malfunction. People gonna die. There go a lawsuit. You know, so yeah, you got to be skeptical of what you put in your body.
And see, in the roller coaster, with the roller coaster situation, when the roller coaster malfunction, at least you can go back and sue them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or at least you can go back and get compensated. You know what I'm saying? Or your family can get compensated. See, what they doing with this vaccine is uh they having you sign a waiver form. You know what I'm saying? So then you can't even go back and sue them. You know, so how can you mandate something to where if I get messed up, I can't even go back and get compensated or sue? How can you do that? That don't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta look into these things. And we gotta stop accepting what the so-called scientists say as fact. Like you said, you know what I'm saying? They practicing. But what people have done is they have put the scientist or Dr. Fauci as their god. You know what I'm saying? To where whatever he say applies. You know what I'm saying? And so it don't tell you that in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? When you go back and look at the Bible, it don't tell you that the scientist was God. It say God brought plagues. You know what I'm saying? When he brought plagues, uh that was for a reason, right? That was because we was out of line. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't aligned with in tune with nature. And when you step out of when something is misplaced in nature, it's always gonna be a cause and effect. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like people are being forced to try something that doesn't work with their lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? And um that goes against people's religion. You know, religion being what I believe. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they offer religious mandates. I mean, religious exemptions, right? But then they saying that some of them don't qualify for the religious exemption. So how don't I qualify for the religious exemption if everybody believes in the Bible, right? I'm pretty sure everybody believes in the Bible. But even if you didn't, you know what I'm saying? It's still religion is my belief, whatever I believe.
It's
And
not. It's not all people. Not all people believe in the Bible because that's why they try to separate it from public schools and things like that. Because
right,
not all people do believe in the Bible.
right. But even if you don't, it's still up to your belief. Whatever you believe is your religion. So still you will be exempt according to your religion because it's whatever I believe. I forgot what it was called, but it's something a conscious something about your conscious. When people was forced to go to the military, right? And it's something about your conscious. Uh, if you don't consciously believe that you should be doing this, then you can use that exemption in the military also. You know what I'm saying? But that just goes to show that your religion is whatever you believe, whatever is on your consciousness. That's what stands overall, over the top of everything. So um they can't even tell you. How can they tell you that you can't use a religious mandate? I heard them say in the video, they not accepting people religious exemptions. And I'm like, that just don't make sense. But for all of those who do believe in the Bible, you know, um, this it's a verse in there that I would be using on them if I did, had a job, you know what I'm saying, where they say you got to get a religious exemption. It's it's a verse in the Bible. I think it's Second Chronicles chapter 16 verse 12 or something like that. And when you go look at that, man, you know, and you see that in that verse, God was like, he told one of the kings of the Jews back in Israel, he was like, God had came to him and was like, well, since you put all your faith in the scientists and the physicians, then God plagued him and he died. You know what I'm saying? Because he put his faith in that in the scientists and the physicians. So even in the Bible, it tell you uh to go back to the Most High when things like this happen. And here you are having people they say they believe in the Bible and then put all their faith in the scientists. Now you have just made Fauci your God. You have just made Fauci your God. You know
I
what I'm
want
saying?
E.
So what's up?
I want to touch on something Kyrie said.
What
he
else
said he said the organization, well, the team or the organization, they made a promise to him that he wouldn't have to go through that. But I guess that was before New York City, the state of New York, had passed the law or whatever, to where you had to get vaccinated to go in arenas and all that. So, you know, that's what they told him. So that just to show you there, you know, that nobody knows exactly how to handle it right off the bat. You know, they was unsure themselves. They made him a promise, but they was unsure.
Yeah.
Of what was gonna happen. You know, we all just trying to figure out answers. And I heard you was touching on something. Me and you was talking earlier, and we was touching on something about like polio diseases and tuberculosis, them old school, you know, diseases and stuff like that. But what was you touching on about that situation?
Oh, the polio and this lady. Matter of fact, the next video we might as well go ahead and get into it real
let's
quick.
go and play that video for him.
Yeah, this is Dr. Christina. I forgot her last name, but she went up to the city council where you get work done. You know what I'm saying? And she went up there and presented her case on what she thought about the vaccine. You know what I'm saying? So it's a pretty good video. I might put the link in the chat so people can go back and look at it on their own time too, and do your own research, please. You know what I'm saying? Don't take anything anybody say for granted. You know what I'm saying? And for fact. So let's see what she got to say real quick.
Hello, my name is Dr. Christina Parks. I received my PhD in cellular and molecular biology right here in the state of Michigan from University of Michigan Medical School. And so I'm very well versed in the science of both these mRNA gene therapy vaccines, this kind of technology, as well as what a vaccine is designed to do in the body, what it can do, what it can't do, and the fact that this is extremely complex science that has been oversimplified in the media to basically take away our freedom of choice. What I want to address today in this limited time is the fact that vaccine requirements and mandates are based on the faulty assumption that the vaccines in question prevent transmission of the pathogen, right? Does the vaccine for DTaP prevent transmission? No. Does the vaccine for flu prevent transmission? No. Do the vaccines for COVID prevent transmission? No.
So see, that's what she's saying right there, that it don't stop it from being passed around. You know, transmission. Hold up. Let's keep going.
In fact, they were never designed to do that. All right, so you're asking, what about this 95% effectiveness? If you look at those clinical trials, they do not say that they prevent transmission. They expressly say that they're measuring whether they attenuate symptoms. So they're 95% effective based on their clinical trials at attenuating symptoms for the first variant, which is essentially gone in our population. Right now, the predominant variant is the Delta, and CDC Director Walensky basically said that these vaccines have no ability to prevent infection by and transmission of the Delta variant. So our policy needs not to be built on the hope of what we think something we want it to do, but what the data actually tell us. So do these viruses prevent, do the vaccines prevent the virus from infecting and replicating in the nose and nasopharynx? No. They've only been shown to prevent that replication in the lungs. They're different. The mucosa is very different than the lungs. It's very different than the blood. You inject it to the blood, you make antibodies in your blood. The virus isn't infecting your blood. It's infecting your mucosa, and you don't produce any IgA to neutralize it. In fact, recent studies have shown that the vaccinated, especially with the Delta variant, and the unvaccinated have similar amounts of virus in their nose and throat. In Barnstable, Massachusetts, the CDC tracked an outbreak of 469 cases of COVID. 74% occurred in fully vaccinated, and 4 out of 5 of those hospitalized were vaccinated. All right, so maybe they are mandating this because they just didn't know with the COVID. And so my main complaint is with our health agencies and the CDC, who basically know better and are misleading the public. So let's look at DTaP, which the scientists and the CDC have known since 2014 that the acellular pertussis vaccine does not prevent people from getting infected with the pertussis bacteria and passing it to others. In fact, it was never designed to do that. The vaccine was designed to neutralize the pertussis toxin. Pertussis, we know it as whooping cough. It can be fatal for children under 6 months. So neutralizing this toxin saves lives, all right? I'm not going to debate that.
Pay attention right here. This is where it get good.
But what it doesn't do is neutralize the bacteria. So what happens is fully vaccinated children go to daycare, they pick up that bacteria, and they come home and they give it to their newborn brother or sister. They get deathly ill, and they go to the hospital. Hopefully, our medical professionals are able to save them. But who do they blame? Now the CDC is blaming anti-vaxxers for the limitations of this vaccine design. I suggest that they be transparent and tell parents that although it is preventing severe disease in their children, it is not preventing transmission, because we have created a whole class of asymptomatic pertussis carriers who are increasing the disease. Now, the old DTP vaccine that many of you who are my age or older got did prevent transmission. When we switched to the safer acellular version, they knew that it was never designed to prevent transmission. It was safer, it had less adverse events, but pertussis cases have gone through the roof. There's a resurgence in pertussis because of the design of the vaccine, and the vaccinologists know this. They're trying to address it, and so we cannot mandate that something that does not prevent transmission. All right, what about the flu vaccine? Well, they have shown that basically there's no difference, there's no statistical difference if you're vaccinated or unvaccinated, whether you get the flu or not. But it's even worse because although that first year it is somewhat effective, it's about 65% effective at preventing symptoms in you, after that, it actually has negative efficacy. And I want to address this because it's very important. Vaccines are made to a specific variant, and when that variant mutates, the vaccine no longer recognizes it. And so it's like you're seeing a completely new virus. And because that's so, you actually get more severe symptoms when you're vaccinated against one variant, and then it mutates, and then your body sees the other variant. So there's the potential, and the science shows that, in fact, with the flu, if you get vaccinated in multiple years, you are more likely to get severe disease, you are more likely to have more viral replication, and you are more likely to be hospitalized, both in adults and in children. We are seeing the same thing in COVID with the Delta variant. And so we are mandating that people get a vaccine that could actually make them more sick when they're exposed to the virus. In fact, this week, a paper came out, and what it showed is that with this Delta variant, when you're vaccinated, your body makes antibodies that are supposed to neutralize the virus, but they were supposed to neutralize the old variant. When they see this new variant, what they're doing is the antibodies are taking the virus and helping it infect the cells. All right, that science was just published this week. We need to be looking at the science, and we need our policy to reflect the science, and we also need it to reflect our rights. Okay. And so, as a PhD who knows the science, I'm in the category of the most vaccine hesitant group. Yes, PhDs are the most vaccine hesitant, followed by people who have less than a high school degree because they know what they don't know and they don't trust their government. And many people, the other group that is very vaccine hesitant are African Americans. 70% of African Americans have not taken this vaccine. Why? Because they don't trust their government. Do they have reason not to trust their government? Well, between the years of 1930 and 1970, the CDC conducted the Tuskegee experiment, where they took untreated males with syphilis and they refused to treat them. Even after antibiotics became available, they still did not treat them, and they did not tell them that they had syphilis. They told those people that they were there to secure their health, and they did not secure their health. They abused them. You say, well, that was in the past, although I don't think 1970 was that long ago. Well, in 2012, whistleblower William Thompson came forward and said, we published a study that said MMR does not cause autism, but we lied. In fact, we shredded data that showed that when Black boys are vaccinated on time, they have increased rates of autism diagnosis. And we shredded it and we left it out of the paper. As an African American and a PhD, I want to ask each of you, are we going to exclude 70% of African American people from the workforce and from education? Right, my ancestors did not work this hard. I come from a family that worked very hard, and I'm very aware that my privileges are dependent on the work of my grandmother and my great-grandmother, and I have great respect for these people that put me where I am. And yet you're telling me that my son will not be able to be educated if, based on the history of African Americans in this country, that he doesn't want to be vaccinated? All right, so I will leave you with that question. Who are we going to exclude from the workforce? Are we going to continue with discrimination and segregation in the United States of America? Thank you.
Ooh, that's powerful right there, man. Powerful right there, man.
Yeah, she made some good points, man.
Yeah, she was hitting it.
She touched it right on the money. You know, we as scientists are human beings, you know. Yeah. They're real smart people, though. They're real smart people, but they're experimenting. Yeah. So not saying we're I'm not saying I'm against it, but what I'm against is facts and what's proven and what works.
Right.
And I've known family members that's close to me that took the vaccine that still got sick, you know. And if you're sick, then that just brings you back to point A. Like, that just brings you back, you know. So you got to go back to the drawing board just to figure out what works. Now, it's a lot of things that work, like I was describing, like medicines, but they got side effects. And that's a problem with a lot of the vaccines, the different types. We can get into that later. They do have side effects though to it. So you gotta watch. And then you gotta pick which one that's best for you. Like, it's like playing Russian roulette. Like, you know, you don't know what you're gonna get. You gotta pick the right one. They got different ones to choose from. And when I looking up on the side effects, is just, they're alarming. You know, they can kind of get you nervous a little bit. But you telling me it's a mandatory that I choose one for me to work this job, or for me to do this, do that. And I think in another country, I don't know. I gotta go back and see what country it was. It's either get that or you gotta go home. You go sit to where you gotta go and then go back home. You can't be out in public until you get that. And that's where we're gonna be at. You know, pretty soon with it. Yeah.
I think it's Paris or something.
If it's Paris, that's where we're gonna be at. You know what I'm saying? With that, you know.
I'm not sure. Don't quote me on it, but
like you got New York City and You got different cities, and other cities will follow eventually, like with the Kyrie Irving situation.
Yeah.
And that's what they're saying. That's what they're talking about. I was hearing things like other cities. It is true. When one city do something, then eventually the other cities will follow. You know, and
Yeah.
then pretty soon it will be mandatory for you to get vaccine before you before you can even go to public, before you can go inside enter a grocery store. You might have to have the vaccine.
Yeah, man. They trying to pump that nationwide. You're right.
Yeah, you might have to go in the groceries. Imagine have to go in the grocery store to get groceries real quick, but you got to show paperwork of you having a vaccine. So what that means is it's gonna be lines. It might be a line like you're in the airport trying to get on a plane just to go in the grocery store. You know, if they got to check paperwork and verify all that, then it's gonna be a long line at the door for them to verify that information, or just to go inside a fast food restaurant just to go get a burger. It's a long line. They checking paperwork just to get in, to get a burger. You know, that's where we at. That's where we gonna be at. You know,
man, we better get to work, man. It's time to get work done. You know what I'm saying?
So you telling me before I can touch a grocery basket, grab a grocery basket, you want to see if I got vaccinated or not? You know, and that's gonna cause for a long line before you got to have somebody like in the airport before you go through the baggage claim and everything. They check your bags and everything. And I'm just trying to come here and do my grocery shopping, and then you got a long line checking for paperwork.
Right.
That's just the world. That's just that looks like the future.
Yes. Nah, that ain't my future. I'm gonna go out to the country somewhere and get the building, some land for real.
Yeah. You hear me? And grow your own vegetables and stuff.
Right. It's some people doing it though. It's a Moorish Science Temple number 35 down in Houston, man. They trying to get that, kudos to them, man. They trying to get that grocery store going. You know what I'm saying? Then they got another brother that's gonna have the greenhouse selling all the stuff to them. And that's a small step towards independence. We need independence. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't gotta go to these grocery stores that's gonna mandate the vaccine or go to these places that is. But before we do that, you know what I'm saying, we got the right to really vote, you know what I'm saying, and get whoever it is we want in there. And you know what I'm saying, when these crooks get to doing things like mandates that's going against people's rights, then it's time to get them up out of there and stop putting them in there. You know what I'm saying? Because we gotta start checking people's background, before we put them in there. But the lady, Dr. Christina, she was touching on some good stuff in there, man. She like she was saying about the back in the day, the vaccines were stronger. You know what I'm saying? So it did stop transmission, right? But thing about it is it might have stopped transmission back in the day, but like she said, the quote unquote, she was like the black kids was getting autism, you know what I'm saying? And so then that autism was even though they was on schedule for every vaccine, they was coming up with autisms, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it might have been more effective back in the day for the polio and all those diseases, but then the side effects were so detrimental that it didn't, it didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't matter that it was effective or stopping transmission, I'm still gonna end up with autism. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we need to go back to nature. We've been given every herb, and really it start with your diet, to tell you the truth. Dr. Sebi, he cured AIDS, he cured cancer. Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle, was gonna bring that documentary out, you know what I'm saying, about Dr. Sebi. And that's why they really killed that man. You know what I'm saying? So it starts with your diet too. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta start making better decisions before, so it don't get to that point. You know what I'm saying? But really, like she said too, also we gotta stop putting so much trust in our oppressors. The people who are oppressing us is trying to tell us to go get the the vaccine. Some of these crooks. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying all of them is crooks, but some of these crooks, yeah, is trying to tell us to go and get a vaccine when back in the day, like she said, y'all was giving us syphilis and letting us walk around with it in the Tuskegee experiments and watching us and so you can see how it affect us. You know what I'm saying? That was in the 70s, like she said. That wasn't that long ago. If you think about it, that was under a century. So we just all of a sudden supposed to trust you now. You know what I'm saying? Because Fauci said it. What is going on? You know what I'm saying? Nah. And and you gotta be careful. You gotta do your research. You know what I'm saying? And see another thing too that helps me to understand what's really going on is I look in history. And if you look in history, humans been on this earth for a long time. A long time. You know what I'm saying? We can at least say 6,000 years at minimum. We know we've been here for over 10,000 years. You know what I'm saying? You got the movie 10,000 BC. But we've been here at 6,000 minimum. We can say that. I give them that. The vaccine came out in like the 1700s. 1700s, right? So we've been living without a vaccine for over 4,000 years. The first vaccine didn't show up until smallpox. You know what I'm saying? Do your research. Smallpox. They use a cow's bodily fluid to make the first vaccine. It was injected into people to help their immune system. So if we were surviving that long before a vaccine, you know what I'm saying, then you gotta look into, okay, is this the best way? You know what I'm saying? Because these things work. They work at first. You know what I'm saying? Just like the smallpox, polio. But what is the side effects? You know what I'm saying? Like on the commercials, you see the commercials and they be smiling. Oh, we're gonna give you this pill and it's gonna make you feel all better. And then they go down the list of side effects. And the list of side effects was longer than the commercial. Then the what you telling me is gonna make me feel good. You know what I'm saying? So that's where it's at. We need to look into the side effects. And I actually went on to the Moderna one time when I was looking and doing my research, and it was saying something on their front page about how it changes your DNA. So why would I want something that's gonna change my DNA? That just don't sound safe. You know what I'm saying? If the creator gave me this DNA and my ancestors passed me this DNA down from generation to generation, and you telling me I take this and it's gonna change my DNA? Like, no, and you gonna tell me I gotta get this, and then not only I gotta get it, I gotta sign my rights away and waive my rights. You just made me into a mandated guinea pig. What? And they telling people that this is legal in today's time. You know what I'm saying? It's starting to look more like a dictatorship to me. You know what I'm saying? This is the type of things that I would expect from Hitler. This is the type of things I would expect from Saddam Hussein. You know what I'm saying? Like we supposed to be in America. We supposed to be free.
See the thing now about the health issues, about health. You know what I'm saying? Back then it wasn't cool to be healthy, but now it's a big thing. It's now we're aware that, you gotta eat right and stuff like that. Now Now I ain't saying I eat right. You know, I'd have made some bad choices. I like a lot of hamburgers, and stuff like that. But you got to move in that. We got to move in that right direction to eating
Yeah.
right. It wasn't back then. It wasn't cool to be healthy, but now it is cool. You used to read them health books and stuff like that, and back in the gap in high school, you read them health books. You be like, oh man, whatever, healthy, whatever.
Yeah.
And you see people eating right and stuff. You be like, man, you used to be like that, man. Them some, they some squares. Eating that salad, bowl of salad. I'm about to eat meat. Why you eating that sitting there? They some squares. No, no, because that's for real. Health right. And then we got all these health problems that, that we can't even, like heart attacks and diabetes. And now over the years that it wasn't cool to be healthy, now it's catching up to our ancestors. And we watching them go out so much because of all these health problems. And we like, man, we gotta really get healthy. We gotta exercise, or it's everybody's talking about it now, and everybody's doing it. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody, but it's the majority of people. It seems like the thing now. You got to be healthy. You got to watch what you put in your body, because that is true. I mean, a vaccine ain't gonna save everything. It's not gonna save everything. You eating healthy, eating right, exercising right. That's the best natural way to do it without side effects. Yeah, they'll tell you. Yeah, they're quick to tell you. They quick to sell you some pills that'll say, "Oh, this is just your diabetes pills." You see our ancestors. They got the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm like, dang, all them pills.
Side effects from the other pills.
Like Monday, Tuesday, you got to take this one on Monday. You got to take this one on Tuesday. They quick to sell that. Yeah, that makes a whole lot of money, man, too.
Yeah, and like you said, we need to start looking at our ancestors and seeing what they, what can we fix? You know what I'm saying, from generation to generation, and what can we one thing that we can do better. You know what I'm saying, and so we won't repeat the same things. That's why we look into history, you know what I'm saying? So we won't keep repeating the same mistakes, you know what I'm saying? So we gotta get on that, you know what I'm saying? And it's not easy to do, but like I said earlier, Nipsey brought Dr. Sebi to light, even though they ain't finished the documentary. I don't know what's going on, Nick. Come on, Nick. You know what I'm saying? We need that documentary, dog. You know what I'm saying? Our people need that documentary, but that documentary, good thing Nips brought Dr. Sebi to the light, you know what I'm saying, and got our people, like you said, thinking about, the right diet, you know what I'm saying, and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? But it does take practice, you know what I'm saying? It does take work, ain't nothing gonna happen overnight. But
it ain't gonna happen overnight.
I can say, you can start off,
because I love them hamburgers. Right,
that's what I was about to say. You gotta start with
that Whataburger be smelling. I had some Whataburger the other night, and shit, after I ate the burgers, I was still smelling the bag. Like, damn, where another nigga? I would say that I would start saying that word. But I went through the drive-through again. I got me another one. After I just went to the store and waited on my order, the burger was so good that night. I went through the drive-through and got another. So yeah, we carnivores. Yeah, we so used to eating that stuff, like it'll turn us into a carnivore. Yeah,
DNA. Yeah.
Well, yeah, we so used to eating that stuff. Is programmed in us. Like, you got it's good. You can't eat nothing else but that. But you got it's just like trying to stop smoking and stuff. It's hard, but you got to try to break it somehow.
Right. Well, we got to set our we gotta set our generation up, the future generation up with a better chance. You know what I'm saying? And so we gotta do it for them. You know what I'm saying? Or at least try. You know what I'm saying? Give them a fighting chance. Because like they did, they fed us the chitlins, or we always got the bottom of the barrel. So
Right.
all of that, all of those things that came from that slavery time, got passed down through the generations, the DNA. And this is what we grew up eating. This is what I grew up eating. You know what I'm saying? But we have to change that for the kids, because at the end of the day, it's killing us. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
for sure.
And not only is it killing us, we can keep passing it down. You know what I'm saying? And damn, I forgot my train of thought, but yeah.
It's a lot of people. It's a lot of kids nowadays. I guess it's starting to die. The chitlins, because there's a lot of kids being like, that shit is gross. You know what I'm saying? So we getting over that hump a little bit, but
Right.
but us, we like the closest to the older generation, probably our generation, like the 90s. We closest to it. So some of us still eat that stuff and be like, that stuff is good, But we got to get out of that. That's not good, for us. And that stuff got side effects too. Like, not just side effects, that stuff does things to our body, like too much sugar, too much salt, high blood pressure, they it's good. Salt is something we eat, but it can cause high blood pressure. It's just something you got to stay away from. It is something you can eat, you know what I'm saying? It's not poison or nothing, but you might as well say it is, because it's poisonous at the end, like giving us high blood pressure or too much sugar, diabetes. It's good to eat a lot of candy, but cavities. You get cavities from it. It messes up your teeth.
Right, and then it's clogging up our colons, you know what I'm saying, and stopping up the gut, you know what I'm saying, and that's what I was gonna say too. I had forgot my train of thought, but
Go ahead,
I was gonna say, we really need to stop the red meat, you know what I'm saying, first, red meat and pork, you know what I'm saying, because even though it's good to the taste buds, that's that pork.
You right, you right, Lefty Loosey. I seen your comments in the chat. You exactly right. These problems is from the jabs, ain't side effects. They're permanent damage. You're exactly right, Lefty Loosey.
Right.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And Tyrone, you got some good piece of information down there too, Mr. Tyrone. Like and subscribe to the channel, man. If you got something to add on, man, we'd like to hear it.
Right.
We'd like to hear it.
And my bad, I didn't even check the chat. I'm still getting used to it. I didn't even see
the link is in the chat. StreamYard link is at the top of the chat. If you want to chime in on something, you're welcome to chime in any day. That's what this is for.
Right. But yeah, man, the red meat, especially in the pork, because red meat takes so long for you to digest. You know what I'm saying? Your intestines is 23 feet long. So imagine if you set that burger meat out on the counter for 3 days, you know what I'm saying, or a week. How would it look? It would be rotten. So as it's taking the time to go through your full intestines, it's rotting. So by the time it gets to your colon, man, you don't even want to see that. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta look at these things and try to change it for our babies. But that's not to say if you eat meat, or if you eat, well, I wouldn't say red meat and pork, but because over time, yeah, it's gonna clog up. But just if you eat meat in general, that you're gonna die. You know what I'm saying? But really, I can say with a lot of those meats, they injecting a lot of chemicals and preservatives and steroids, to where half of that meat ain't even meat no more. It's just a bunch of chemicals. You know what I'm saying? So you do got to be aware of that. You know,
And that processing, the
but
whole processing
hold
issue.
on, B. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
But
Sorry
you know,
about that.
no, you good. But you know, it ultimately comes down to the spirit. You know what I'm saying? Because, like you said, our ancestors ate it. It's encoded in our DNA. But you know, it's not gonna make you live. It's not. I don't eat the way I do to live the longest life. That's not what you know. I'm trying to get the most effect out of my body and the most production out of my body that I can. You know what I'm saying? Because like my grandma-in-law, she lived to be 100, and you know, you see, I saw a guy on YouTube. He lived to be like 109 or something like that. And if you see, when you look at them, their spirit always stayed high. You know what I'm saying? They never worried. She used to tell us, "Don't worry about nothing. I don't worry about nothing, baby." And she, you know, walked around singing. So, you know, I can't say that, you know, because she ate meat, she ate chicken, and she ate a little bacon from time to time. But at the end of the day, it comes down to your spirit because it's still encoded in our DNA. But we still need to give these babies a fighting chance because the mass production of these animals, right, to feed all these people is not in tune with nature. So these things are causing side effects, like everything, cause and effect. And so we got to be mindful of that and give these babies a fighting chance. And you know, it's proven that a plant-based diet could reverse like sickness and you know disease, which is a dis-ease to the body. So yeah, that's my piece on it. You know what I'm saying? And we got to start being proactive. You know, taking a more proactive approach. Don't wait till it get bad and your immune system is already bad. You know what I'm saying? Take that proactive approach and start today, little by little. What's up? Go
I
ahead.
remember about a year or two ago, they was like something was wrong with the cabbage, a certain type of cabbage that you eat like in the stores, like Roman lettuce or whatever it was, the certain type of brand was killing people. You know, when it's getting processed and everything is going through its process, it's going through a man-made type of process. Back to the vaccine. It's a man-made vaccine. You know, men, people, human beings make mistakes. You know, when it's going through us, it's not natural. So there can be mistakes made. Like years ago, it was shocking. Like I was scared of hot dogs for a minute, you know, ballpark Franks. I don't mess with them. Like back then, they killed some people, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what's going on in the factory. You know, metal getting into stuff. They say metal is getting into the food and from the factory going through the assembly line. You don't know what's going on with that stuff. Like what's happening when it's in a man-made factory process or machine. You know, machine make mistakes too. It's not natural. It's not growing. It's not growing in the ground. It's not growing on the earth, you know. So it go through factories, go through this man-made process, and it's processed. You know, it's not the real thing. It's not the real thing then. It's not natural anymore. You know, they whipping all these different ingredients up in the factory. And these machines is malfunctioning, breaking down. You finding metal pieces in food and stuff like that, you know. It's not the real thing. So eating more natural. And some vegetables ain't all natural. Like I think you was touching on that. Like they get sprayed down, you know. You got vegetables getting sprayed down with chemicals and stuff.
Right.
And they're not all good for you. Not always good for you. So it's best to start planting our own stuff, you know.
Exactly.
You got them injecting chickens, you know, like Kentucky. The chicken ain't big enough when it comes out. So they want to make the chicken bigger, I guess, so they can make more money off the chicken.
Right.
Get more portions of the chicken. So they inject the chicken to make it bigger.
Right.
And so the chicken is being processed in the way that the man is doing. Man is doing something to the chicken that's making it worse on your health. Now, I don't want to use that word worse, but making it bad on your health.
Right.
You know, you spray vegetables down. You know what I'm saying? It's just to keep the insects and stuff off of it, the parasites and stuff off the. So they might spray it with something to keep them away. You know, but that ain't good for us though.
Yeah, mass production. You know, anytime we get into mass producing, trying to, overproduce things, then you're gonna have those type of unnatural things. I try to eat organic, you know what I'm saying, wherever I can, you know, but it's whatever, whatever effort you put in, you know what I'm saying, as long as you put that effort in with the spirit, it'll raise your vibrations, and at a high frequency, you know what I'm saying, your body won't be at a dis-ease or a low frequency, you know what I'm saying, causing diseases and viruses, you know what I'm saying. But stay prayed up, keep your faith, you know what I'm saying, and try your best with your eating. Try to correct, maybe try a plant-based meal once a week, starting out, you know what I'm saying, and then move up next month to maybe twice a week, you know what I'm saying, and start doing your research too. Don't just take, what I say or what you or what B the Don say as fact, you know what I'm saying? Start looking into these things. You know what I'm saying? So we can break these generational curses and change the DNA. Not with no vaccine, with our spirit, you know what I'm saying? Our Christ degree, you know what I'm saying? Our frequencies, our vibrations. You know what I'm
We
saying?
say this all the time, like they're the biggest drug dealers in the world. You know what I'm saying? They get up, they get us for all these trafficking and drugs, but they're the biggest drug dealers in the world. Okay, I'm gonna give you this pill and this pill, but it's creating more problems for you. Is it really healing you? And is it really done? No, it's not done. It's creating more problems for you now because of the side effects and things that happen to you after you take the pills. Yeah, that might be a diabetes pills, but what does it make you do? Or like they got depression pills. They're supposed to help you with depression, but it makes me feel like shit. Why it make me feel like shit? And it's supposed to be help me with depression.
Man. And then it make you feel good while you on them. And then when you come up off of them in the morning, that's when you feel, like shit. You know what I'm saying? And then guess what? Now it's gonna make you want another one. You know what I'm saying? And until
Yeah,
you get that other one, then you
they
still
sell you
be
more.
right. And so that's $1 billion industry. That's why they killed Dr. CBR. You know what I'm saying? But the most important thing is to keep your faith, you know what I'm saying, keep your health. You know what I'm
Pretty soon, when they get the vaccine right, they gonna start charging. Like I heard they was gonna start charging people to get the vaccine. Hurry up, why it's free. You got to be covered for that.
Yeah. And that's psychology too. That's when when they first dropped it out, they was like, oh, only 65 and older could get it, or 55 and older could get it. You know what I'm saying? Then they made people want it more. You know what I'm saying? So then once we was available to get it, then a lot of us got caught in that psychology, that reverse psychology that they had spelled on us. And a lot of us rushed out to go get it. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing that reverse psychology, they taking something away from you, so you want it more, or act like, they don't want us to have it, so it must be something we need to get. You know what I'm saying? These are tricks that's been played on us. And so Noble Drew Ali said, if I can get you to thinking, then you'll free yourself. You know what I'm saying? And so we need to start thinking before we do. You know what I'm saying? Doing fruitful research. But yeah, Lefty Lucy also put in the chat. KFC can 3D print chicken now. They'll openly brag about it. You know what I'm saying?
Then
And
Brad put it in your face.
I remember
They put it right in your face too. Oh, yeah, we know you motherfuckers gonna still buy.
We straight up. That's where it is.
You know, when you got, if you know what I'm saying, you selling weed, you got a good gas. Shit, I know that nigga coming back. Well, I don't want to say nigga, but I know homie coming back.
Yeah.
He gonna come back because he noticed that gas.
Yeah.
It's good to him.
Yeah.
But once you know what I'm saying, better and get off of it, is they gonna look at how Burger King. They got what's the Impossible Burger?
Yeah.
Look how fast they jumped in. Oh, y'all want to eat healthy now. Oh, we got this. Oh, we got the Impossible. Look how fast they selling that now.
Supply and
demand. They get on that. Tip.
Supply and demand.
They know what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's up to us, the people, the consumers, the customers, to make a change. Look how fast they got on. Oh, we got that Impossible Burger now. That's what you like?
Right.
Okay. You need it.
Dr. CB kick. All right. Keep it up. Right. You know what I'm saying? And then so we forcing the market, you know what I'm saying? We forcing them to produce healthy things by eating healthy, you know what I'm saying, and supporting the healthy companies. Then we forcing them to produce healthy things. And if all else fail, then we'll be producing the healthy things ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, growing gardens and trying to if you ain't, some of us stay in the concrete jungle. You know what I'm saying? For all my brothers that know what that is, the apartment buildings, project homes, woo. But guess what? You still can get you some pots. You know what I'm saying? Get you some pots. Put you some plants or some fruit. You know what I'm saying? Grow you some tomatoes, whatever it is, right there in your windowsill. You know what I'm saying? As long as you getting some sunlight and some water, you grow it in them pots. You know what I'm saying? And start learning the science, on how to grow things. So, if the grocery stores do getting out of line or falling, you know what I'm saying, we'll at least have that science to go and take a seed, you know what I'm saying, and plant it and understand how to germinate it and grow our own crops if need be, so we can be self-dependent as a nation. You know what I'm saying? For real. So, we
gotta be we gotta be what, how you say it, self-dependent, you know what I'm saying? You might need to go get some seeds. It's funny that we talking about this, because I was talking about this I brought that in the church.
Yeah,
I brought that up in the church one time when I was at church service. I was like, the seeing all the things going on right now, not eating healthy, where the world going with COVID and stuff. I was saying, we might should start growing stuff. I was telling the preacher, you know what I'm saying? They it was when the grocery stores, and they saying things was running out in the grocery stores. You gotta shop, you gotta buy up everything to get what you need before everything runs out. Well, if I got my own garden or whatever, and I'm planting my own stuff and I'm eating right at the same time, no, you're not gonna have no cows or nothing. You might not have cows and stuff for meat, and you know what I'm saying? You might not have cows and stuff, but no, we talking about eating right. You know what I'm saying? Vegetables at the end of the day, you can eat off that,
Right. We
you can make some
training. Oh no, I didn't mean to cut you off. But no, I was gonna say, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I was gonna say we need to start training our stomachs now. You know what I'm saying? Training our stomachs now to to be prepared, you know what I'm saying, for if we had to switch over to an all plant-based diet, you know what I'm saying? And
Right.
so right now we be training ourselves, but yeah, it's gonna take work. It ain't gonna happen overnight, but
Time to heal.
planting that seed, right? This is the time to heal. This is the time to plant that seed and water. You know what I'm saying? And it'll grow into a good tree. You know what I'm saying? And produce good fruit. You know what I'm saying? But it starts with that seed, and that seed is thought. So right now, we trying to get y'all to think and get a different perspective on life. You know what I'm saying? A different perspective and a view on life. You know what I'm saying? So we can break some of these generational curses and put ourselves back in greatness like we were before. You know what I'm saying? Before we failed. You know what I'm saying? So man, this is good, B. This is I feel like we got a good amount of information to the people, man. Give them some keys and some things to go research, and see if we can change some of this stuff.
Same thing about drugs and alcohol. You know what I'm saying? You gotta watch. You gotta cleanse out your body too with all of that. You know what I'm saying? That ain't gonna get you nowhere either. And I'm speaking for me too. I'm a drinker. I like to drink. You know what I'm saying, a little bit. But it's deteriorating my body, man. It's tearing up my body. So
take it
maybe
a day at a time. You know what I'm saying? One choice.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I hear some people say I just drink soda and juice. I don't drink that. I just drink soda. Sometimes soda and juice ain't good for you either, man.
Right.
Too much soda, too much juice, too much sugar, ain't good for you either.
Right.
Might have to drink some alkaline water, some more natural, some natural fruit drinks. You know what I'm saying? That's good. That don't have. There's some drinks out there I tasted that it's not sugar, but it's sweet.
Yeah, fruit. Fruit juice.
Natural fruits.
Yeah, natural fruits is sweet. They produce their own sugar.
And the thing is, why is they so expensive? To eat healthy is expensive.
Yeah.
They make that so expensive.
It's all on how you shop, you know what I'm saying? Because veggies is cheaper than meat. Especially the way the inflation of the country is going, meat prices is skyrocketing. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm talking about like the stuff like to help you transition, like the vegan burgers you be getting to help you transition from that.
Yeah.
It may be the look alike or the taste alike, and it helps you transition. And that stuff is expensive to help you transition.
When you do a price, when you match up the prices, it's about the same as meat. You know what I'm saying? Some of that stuff is about the same price as meat now. Pack of ground beef, a pound of ground beef probably costs you about $4 or $5 right now. You know what I'm saying? And a pound of the plant-based meat will cost you about $6. You know what I'm saying? So it's $1 more. It might be a little more, but health is wealth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And, I can't sit up here and say, we don't got it, because some of us go buy Jordans and Birkin bags and Gucci belts.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Then I will put that, just speaking for me, I ain't perfect, but I put that into my health. You know what I'm saying? Instead of going out and purchasing all this unnecessary things that's not gonna help me. And in return, I get the best productivity out of my body when I go to work. You know what I'm saying? Instead of me doing 6 yards, I could do 12. You know what I'm saying? And still have energy to come and do podcasts. You know what I'm saying? But
instead of just 40 acres and a mule, let's get a farm. Let's get a farm, like a crops with a bunch of, plants. You know what I'm saying? So you got your light, you got what you need, everything you need out there. From apples to whatever. You know what I'm saying? And instead of worried about all these expensive mansions, let's get farm. Buy a farm in the country and just We touch on that later, but
Yeah,
Kevin Gates.
that's at a later
I
time.
see you. Have you checked out Kevin Gates' farm?
Nah, I ain't seen it yet.
Yeah, we can bring that in later about agriculture and stuff like that, farming and stuff. Yeah, Kevin Gates. That's what he invested in. Him a farm. You
No,
know. Yeah.
That's major right there, man. That's major.
Yeah.
And I think T.I. was saying that too, man. People buying these Birkin bags and buying all this expensive ass cars and stuff, but you don't own no land. They're like that don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? We need to start
Sitting
valuing
and shouting in some project
things.
buildings that somebody else owns.
Yeah.
Telling who can come in here and who cannot come here. Why don't you get your land of your own and you have something there you can regulate that all day.
Well, first thing first, like I said earlier, I think we need to start preparing, you know what I'm saying, preparing our stomach and our minds, you know what I'm saying? So before we, that's later on down. I think in the plans, yeah, we need our own farms and stuff, but right now, you still gotta train your mind, because if you ain't, you know what I'm saying, it don't matter if you got a farm or not, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't trained yourself to eat a certain way, even with the farm, you still gonna desire the other things, you know what I'm saying? So now will be the time. That's something that you can do right now, you know what I'm saying, is start trying to train, ourselves to, be able to eat these type of things. And like you said, they got transitional food, but eventually, we'll have replacements like mushrooms. And at first I didn't like mushrooms. I didn't like mushrooms at first, but as I started eating the way I was eating over the years, mushrooms became a good meat replacement for me. Well, guess what? I can grow mushrooms. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that stuff, even with the vegan vegetarian stuff, you gotta be careful, because a lot of that stuff still is good for a transition, but it still has things that it's still processed. You know what I'm saying? And it still, has things that are chemicals and preservatives. So you still gotta be careful just because it's a vegan. But eventually, you use that transitional meal to get yourself over to the mushroom replacements or whatever it is. But that all of that, it's something to think about. You know what I'm saying? And that will help the reason why we talking about this is because it will help you in your immune system. It'll help you be more healthier in your immune system to be more healthier. And that way you wouldn't need a vaccine. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't be in the position to get our immune system strong with a synthetic form or something that's man-made, and our immune system would be strong because of what we put in it in our bodies. You know what I'm saying? That's the goal. So I mean, that's my piece on it. You know what I'm saying? And,
you want to close it out?
Yeah, we ain't gonna stay too long because it's about 11:30, about to be 11:30. And is there anything closing that you want to say?
And just like just getting better, like the last episode. You know what I'm saying? We do these shows just to get better. We look at film, see areas we can get better, and we can attack it. You know what I'm saying? We just got to go attack it. It's easy to say all this stuff, but we just got to figure some way to get better. It's kind of tough for me because I want to, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the process of starting barbecue business. I got the trailer and everything, but it's tough, man, because why am I trying to sell you that if I don't need to be eating that, So it's a tough ball game, man, out here. So
it's something to think about. You know what I'm saying?
that's something I gotta deeply think about, man. Maybe start a vegan barbecue to figure out how to make it taste, you know what I'm saying, just as good. The transition over to it. It's gonna be a process, man. I just gotta go back to the drawing board, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Because my pops be talking about eat healthy, man. You gotta eat healthy. I see out there, you and you and your brother, my other brother in Kansas, y'all puffing up and eating all that bass because he used to be big, and then he just been eating and working out. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I need to figure out how to start a vegan, you know what I'm saying, food truck, a barbecue trailer. You know what I'm saying, to where it can taste just as good. You know, so it's gonna be a for me because I know eventually, businesses you looking for businesses to live on and on and on and on and for the future generations. Well, I got to think of what's hurting my people for generations and generations and generations. So it's just looking to get better where Aries. If I'm going to attack that, then I'm definitely gonna have to do something about that. I'm gonna have to change the way I eat. It's just burgers. Sometimes the burgers, you know what I'm saying. That's gonna be a tough one for me, but I'm gonna have to get over it.
Yeah,
But the
burgers
vegan
are tough.
burgers, I do like the either ones. It's a different story, but the ones you barbecue, the
Yeah,
vegan burgers, you know what I'm saying, they taste real good. So that might be a transition for me.
right. And
Yeah.
two, you can have, at first, while you still transitioning, you can still have, your business going with the woo, and getting people to as you cooking that. Then I got another grill over here with the vegan burgers. You know what I'm saying? So people can try it and be like, hey, you know what? This ain't that far from that. You know what I'm saying? And in return, you might be healing people in that way. You know what I'm saying? Getting them to transition. You know what I'm saying? But
Having two, yeah, having
and
two different. Okay, I see what you're saying.
right, and as you go on, because you're gonna go on through life and you're gonna experience things, and you're gonna, uh, you're gonna figure out what works for you. You know what I'm saying? And as you going on, then you can keep working towards that goal. As for getting our people to, transition on into the fully plant-based diet, maybe five, however long it take you, to transition or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I wouldn't say stop, trying to produce
Business.
your business, right, because you can always I seen a Mexican restaurant in Dallas, was fully Mexican restaurant, and the owner had a heart attack, and so he did research on a plant-based diet, and he ended up using the diet to reverse his condition. And so he came back then later on and changed his whole restaurant to a plant-based restaurant, even though he didn't start out as plant-based. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but recognizing the problem immediately would be good.
Yeah, yeah. But then think about all those people who used to come to his restaurant before he had the heart attack that he got to switch over because they liked his food. And now,
Yeah.
okay, he got them to switch over, and start eating healthier. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, we
you
gotta.
know, you
Yeah,
only
what you gotta say before we close out? We got 2 minutes.
I just want to say, man, uh first let's get work done. You know what I'm saying? And it's time to heal. You know what I'm
Time
saying?
to heal.
We're gonna be coming with these topics, you know what I'm saying, every Wednesday, and trying to purify the mind, you know what I'm saying, um clean out the garbage, you know what I'm saying, and clean out and prepare the soil for a new seed to be planted. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're gonna be doing this Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? Getting that dirt, that soil good, so we can plant new seeds. You know what I'm saying? And start some good plants. You know what I'm saying? As far as I'm talking about the mind and thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So um, I don't care if you throw a seed in the concrete. Even though the grass might grow in the concrete, it's not rooted deeply. So it's not gonna have a surviving chance as if I threw it in some fertile dirt, right? And so that we could use that as a parable to our minds. You know what I'm saying? Get our minds correct with some uh, get all the rock and gravel out of our minds, so we can have pure dirt, and then we can plant those seeds, and they can unfold into a beautiful fruit or flower. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're gonna be doing over here at True Tube 7. You know what I'm saying? This
Salute,
podcast, you know what I'm saying? Time to heal.
salute that. Time to heal.
We're gonna bring y'all some topics, man, to think about. And so if we did that, we doing our job. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you, B. You know what I'm saying? Coming
Salute.
on here and discussing things with me. You know what I'm
For sure.
saying? I'm gonna try to be here every Wednesday. Shit. Excuse the time earlier. I had to finish up a job, so we had a few technical difficulties, but we made it.
We in this thing.
We
We in
made
this
it.
thing.
You know what I'm
And
saying? So
tune in later.
the
If you
viewers,
haven't tuned in, tune in.
right? Tune in and subscribe, man. Support.
Subscribe to the channel.
Subscribe, get those views up so we can get this at the top of the list. People when they see them views at the top of the list, you know what I'm saying, more views, more people want to flock to it. You know what I'm saying? So more people will get this information. So let's get these subscribers up, let's get these views up, you know what I'm saying?
And the likes.
And the likes, you know what I'm saying? If you like what you see, let us know. It's like a survey. Let us know, you know what I'm saying? And we're gonna keep bringing the information to help heal these people so we can heal these babies. You know what I'm saying? Get it to the young and yet unborn so we can change these generational curses, man. So whoever with us, let's build a nation. Let's stop hating and let's build a nation. Okay? Let's stop hating and let's build a nation. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're gonna do over here. We getting work done. Okay, so
peace.
I want to say peace and love to you, B, and peace and love to everybody listening right now, and peace and love to everybody that's gonna see this in the future. And of course, all praise due to the Most High. We good?
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Peace.